Welcome back, you guys. I am so glad you're here. I bet you thought this was just going to be a straight cooking channel, huh? Nope. I am so excited about this piece. I didn't think it was going to come out this good. This is a moon crystal woodland garland, and I'm so excited to show you how I did it. If you're interested, you just keep watching, So the first thing that, you're going to need is a wooden garland. I got mine from Michael's, and it was about, kind of a little, pricey. Then you're going to grab your flowers. I grabbed a couple, some black, some white and leafy ones, and then these little, I don't know what they're called. You need your hot glue gun, and you're going to need some jewelry wire. And I also got these. They're like glass shards, and I couldn't find any crystals, so that's what I got. And you're also going to need twine, scissors, wire cutters. And so I'm just going to start cutting it into a crescent moon shape. I'm going to be cutting it at kind of an angle. This right here was a task. It was kind of hard doing it with just, regular scissors and wire cutters. I managed to get through it, but it was kind of hard. So be prepared to have your hands, hurting at the end of this. So I'm just cutting it. And then after, getting the excess off, then I'm going to start shaping it to make it a little bit more sharper, like tapered at the ends, so it can actually look more like how a crescent moon is more sharper at the ends. And this part was fairly easy. It wasn't that hard. What I'm gonna do with this jewelry wire is I'm gonna be tying the ends up to make sure they stay in that tight crescent moon shape. And the thing about this garland that I got is that it's kind of oval, so it looks a little bit weird. A little bit, not too bad. It still looks really good, but it's oval. It's not like perfectly circle, but I don't know. I'm just gonna go ahead and cover that with the twine, the cord, and I'm gonna cover that, and it's gonna look really good at the end. So I'm gonna put that on both sides, and then the way I'm going to tie it down or have it put down is use a hot glue gun. You can use a hot glue gun for everything and anything, honestly. I use a hot glue gun, for this whole entire thing, basically. And yeah, that's what I'm just doing right now. And then I just smoothed it out with my scissors because I didn't feel like burning my hands. Because if you've burnt your hands before, your fingertips with the hot glue gun, it's not pretty. And after that, I'm just going to go ahead and do a few more all around the garland. I'm going to do one in the middle, and then two more on the each middle part on the other sides. So there we go. We have it there. And I just did it a little bit, just to keep it in place, because the wood pieces, they do move a little bit. And then I'm just gonna be taking the leafy parts, because for this I want it to be very like leafy at the very tips, at the very ends. And that's one of the reasons why I got this kind of flowers, because I didn't want to spend more money on just leaves, because those were expensive, on its own. So I thought I'd just find a flower that, has a lot of leaves, and then has a lot of little flowers like that. And I think these came out cute, And then I just got some plain black flowers. They didn't have many, a wide selection of black flowers. So that's just what I was able to get. And then the cute little white flowers are so cute. So right here, I am just going to be placing them. I had already pre-placed them before I glued them down. And I'm just going to be gluing them at the ends, but not going over, the cord. And I am just placing it how I think it's, it's gonna look good, and making it even. So I'm doing, making sure that each side is even, because I want it to go all the way around. I don't want it to look too sparse in some areas, and I don't want it to, you know. And this right here took a little bit of time because for some reason the glue was taking forever to dry up. And usually hot glue, it dries up real quickly for me. But this one is, taking its time. So I had to sit there and like hold it and burn myself. But, I got it there. I got it to a point where I thought it was looking good. So here I'm just checking, I thought it looked good. And then next I'm going to be taking the little black flowers off of that other little faux flower plant. And I'm just going to be using these, like one of them on each side. I didn't want to have like any color in it. It would have been pretty to have like purples and stuff like that. But I wanted to match the whole aesthetic that I'm going for. And I don't want like too much color in, like my DIY pieces. So what I'm doing is just doing like black and white, and then like the whole aesthetic is like boho goth that I'm trying to go for. I really love that modern style that's going on right now, the bohemian look, which is like the wood and then the grays and then the whites and stuff like that. I absolutely love that. But I wanted to add like my own little twist when I start decorating my apartment when we move out. And I wanted to be very much that. I wanted to be like gray tones, but with like black and like moons and stuff, celestial stuff like that. I love all of that kinds of stuff. And I want to like make crystals and stuff like that, like crystal candle holders, just like that whole aesthetic. I'm so into, and I can't wait to start decorating and creating more DIYs, that fit into that. And so I'm just placing the little flowers, as I go. I'm just putting them, wherever I think it's going to look good, and then I glue them down. And you do it however you want to do it if you end up trying this. But I just decided to, just go off of a whim. And I think it came out nice, honestly. And then I'm just getting a little bit of the black flowers, and I'm bringing them up a little bit. I don't want too much. I don't want it to cover up the green too much, but I do want a little bit of, like, I don't know how to describe it. Not dimension, but I want it to go out a little bit. These little flowers, I think they just tie everything together. I really do. They make it more fuller, much more full. And they just, they tie everything together. And on the sides, when I picked it up, it kind of seemed to me like the shape was off a little bit. So what I did was go back on the side of it where the flower part is, and I filled it in some more with the black flowers. And it made the shape much more like crescent moon shape, because it was kind of like in an odd shape before. And you can kind of tell. So this design, I did see, there's some on Pinterest, and then I watched a few videos of like DIY, like moon DIY stuff. And I came across this channel, and I honestly forgot her channel name, but I'll link it down in the description below. And she made one like this, but hers was like much more colorful. And as soon as I seen it, and I was like, oh my God, I gotta do it myself. I gotta do it. This was like everything that I love, everything that I'm into. But she did like a dream catcher thing, like right kind of like in the circular part of the moon on the inside. But I kind of didn't want to do that. I'm not really into dream catchers like that. I think it probably would have looked cool, but I didn't want it. So right here, I first tested it out and see how I'm going to tie the glass shards. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut long pieces. You're going to cut like various sizes of long pieces. And then you're going to fold it in half, and then you're going to cut it like that. So you're going to have 2 pieces of string to work with. Then I had put it in the middle, right in the middle of, the strings, and decided where I'm going to be making knots. So you're just going to make simple knots on each side. And then this is going to kind of be hard. If you have arthritis or something, it might bother you, because it started to bother me and I don't have it. But you're just going to do that, and then you're going to take the other 2 pieces on each side and turn it around and do another 2 knots. So you're going to take the 2 strings, put them together like so, and then make the knots. And this can get difficult sometimes, because the rope is going to want to slip off, obviously, because it's not secured yet. And that's what kept happening to me. But you just got to hold it down. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do it on the other side. And, I was thinking about like wrapping it, but I like the way this turned out better, like the netted way. It came out so good. I have so many DIY projects that I want to do in the next upcoming weeks. And I cannot wait to do them. And I'm going to record every single one of them. It's going to be about like 3 or 4 projects. And it's going to be with canvases, resin, all kinds of stuff. So tune in if you want to, see all that. And then after that, just going to tie one huge big knot. And that is basically how you make it. So you just finish that off, and then you tie it however you want to tie it onto the wreath. What I did is I just pulled the strings through the branches, and I made various knots through the strings. And this is how it came out. I'm so pleased with it. I love every single inch of this. It is perfect in every single way. And I'm so proud of myself for being able to do this. And I love it. It's just stunning. It's beautiful. I love it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope, if you guys got some inspiration or something, you guys try this out and do it. It was really fun to see how everything came together. So thank you guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye.